Spoiler alert, this is the Sweet 16. If you'd like to watch this tournament from the beginning, go to the description and click on the link for round 1. Thank you. T. Hello, Silver fans. This is T, and you're in the place to be for silver education, acquisition, and entertainment. Welcome to the Sweet 16. Hey, this is T, the Silver Stackers Tournament, March Madness, the tournament of coins and rounds. We are going to crown the champion in the very near future, but first, we've got to get through the Sweet 16. Yes, that's right. There are 16 coins and rounds left, and today, by the end of the day, we'll be down to 8. This competition is tough. Before we get to the competition, please let me remind you to hit that like button, and if you feel so inclined, if you think you like what you see here, please hit the subscription button and subscribe down below. That way you can see more of my videos. Also, hit that bell notification. That way whenever my videos are released, they pop up in your feed and you can find them and watch them. Let me also remind you that today's competition is brought to you by the 1986 American Silver Eagle and the 2021 American Silver Eagle. Both of these American Silver Eagles will be given away at the end of the month, so be sure to make a comment on any video, including this one, in the month of March, and that is your ticket to the giveaway. So good luck. Okay, are you ready for action? Here we go. Okay, sports fans, here we go. Our first competition of the day. We have the Cuauhtémoc, the 1948 Cinco Pesos from Mexico versus the Barber half dollar. Now, before we even get started, let me just remind you of something. This tournament of coins and rounds is very similar to the NCAA basketball tournament in this respect. Anything could happen. Just like in the basketball tournament, all it takes is a bad call from the ref, a tip ball out of bounds, a misplay, a mental error. Anything could happen that could make the game go one way or another. Very subjective, and a lot of times it just comes down to luck. So between these two, the Cuauhtémoc and the Barber dime, as you could see, both advanced to this point. Only one will be able to stay on this line, and that one is the Cuauhtémoc. This Barber half dollar is looking pretty worn out, and that happens to these Barbers. They're older than some of the other constitutional, aka junk silver in the tournament, and that Cuauhtémoc is just too red hot right now. So, adios, Barber half dollar. Next, we have the 1/10 Krugerrand versus the Canada Silver Maple Leaf. And a good competition here. You've got some 4/9 fine bullion here versus a beautiful little Krugerrand here. Hey, folks, this one's going to overtime. Let's flip them and see what we've got here. We've got Mr. Kruger here, and we've got... Ooh, yikes. This one's going to Mr. Kruger. Sorry, Maple. In all honesty, gold is really hot right now, and I'll tell you why. Because the gold to silver ratio is so low at this point in time. Gold is a good buy. Could go 50-50 on this one. Next, we have the Mexican Silver Libertad versus the 90% Kennedy half dollar. And let me tell you, if you watched my last video where I interviewed a coin shop owner, Rich from Gold Depot, we talked specifically about Mexican Libertads. The man cannot keep them in his shop. They are red hot. So, sorry Kennedy half, Libertad moves on in an easy one. This next competition is Mexican versus Mexican, un peso versus the onza from Mexico. You've got a beautiful old 1922 gorgeous coin here, very collectible, especially when they're in a little bit better shape, but it's hard to match all this bullion. A big old hunk of coin here, sterling silver, and often misunderstood, which creates buying opportunities for you if you're on the lookout for these onzas. And as cool as this coin is, this one is going to have to be retired from the tournament. Weighing in at only 72% silver, we are going to say adios to the un peso. The onza moves on. Ooh, what a matchup we'll have in the next round. Look at that. Next is another big versus little matchup. You've got the American Standard, the American Silver Eagle, versus the little Bud Mighty Mercury Dime. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually a very tough one, considering the premiums here. This dime is really going to hold its own, but in this case, it's hard to beat the American Silver Eagle, the American Standard, the world standard for silver bullion. So we're going to say goodbye to a fan favorite, the Mercury Dime. Move on, American Silver Eagle. Now, folks, very similar to the NCAA basketball tournament, you always come across these interesting matchups. In this case, we have the Year of the Horse versus the Canada Dollar. And sure, we've got 99.9% silver here versus 80%. However, the premiums here really high. Gorgeous coin, but we've got to say goodbye because the Canoe, the Voyager, is going to move on. Often a bargain in your local coin shop. Be on the lookout for this Canadian 80% silver. As I mentioned before, these matchups, they are just so tough. You've got the Constitutional, the Washington Quarter, versus the Honest Value Never Fails, one of the very popular rounds out there. And in this particular case, Constitutional is going for these outrageous premiums now. You used to be able to find it for 10 times face, 12 times face, 15 times face. Now it's well over 20 times face. The whole world's caught on about junk silver, and that's made the premiums rise to the point, in this case, I think I'd rather have this nice round, Honest Value, Never Fails, moves on. Hey, folks, I told you there were some tough matchups here. And oh my goodness, it does not get any easier here. You've got the Walking Liberty versus the 2-ounce Libertad Proof. An absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous coin here. 2 ounces of beautiful Mexican silver. But that proof finish, that makes it such an expensive coin. So in this case, the heavyweight, the 2 onza, is going to have to make an exit from the tournament. The Walking Liberty is going to move on. Okay, my friends, here we are. We've gone from the Sweet 16 to the Elite 8. My goodness gracious, it just keeps getting tougher every step of the way here. Who is going to make it from the Elite 8 to the Final 4? Tune in to the next one to find out. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. T.